stage is a brand new face to the Gateway Comedy Club. Please give a warm, loving welcome to Tony Melendez, everybody.
Holy shit! All right, give yourself a round of applause and all that. Oh shit! I'm not like these guys. These guys have been doing it for a while. I'm gonna need a little help. Not to sit in, to hold my little notes just in case. You guys having a good time? You guys sticking around? We got Peter Bayless up there. He's the one that told me everything I know. So if I suck, blame him. So a lot of you guys have been to some of my shows. I've been playing in bands for a while. And one of the things that annoys me the most is when I go to these gigs and you got these drunk guys. One night this guy came up to me and said, "Hey, are you Billy Joel?" And I said, "Yeah. Billy Joel always packs his shit into a 1967 Dodge Caravan." Where are all the married people out there? Yeah. All right, let's get that out of the way. Where are all the happily married people out there? Holy shit. So I was married for 18 years before I was asked to leave by the sheriff. Towards the end of my marriage, my ex-wife thought it was okay to continue to use my Amazon Prime account. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. It's hot. So good. The Amazon Prime account.
Say where you are.
No, come on with me. Who was at my first one?
Woo!
Go ahead. Help me. Go ahead, Emily, my daughter. Help me out with this joke about your mother. So my wife continued to use my Amazon Prime account, so I put a blow-up doll, some nipple rings, and Alexa in my shopping cart. And she said, "What the hell is this?" I said, "Your replacement." No, divorced it. It was hard. It was trying. So I decided to seek some professional help for my anxiety issues. And after a year, I said, "Doc, I've been coming to you for a year, and you haven't been able to help me with any of my issues." He said, "Tony, I'm your foot doctor." Thank you. It's good to see somebody cool face. I see you guys in the back there. You guys have traveled and come and, supported me, and I really appreciate that. You having fun up front?
Hi, John.
Oh, what's up, Chance? All right, so let me ask you, Father's Day. Anybody else feel the same way I do? On Father's Day, oh, here we go. That replaced the joke. That Father's Day is a constant reminder of how insignificant I was in that baby-making process, right? So on Mother's Day, the mother gets a nice Michael Kors pocketbook. On Father's Day, I get a nice little plaque that says, "I don't skinny dip, I chunky dunk." Emily in the front row, 21 years old. How you doing? So, the marriage wasn't completely bad. I got some good things out of that marriage. One thing was my little boy, Joe. When that baby first came out, the nurse said, "Oh my God, he looks like Billy Joel." I looked at him and I said, "You may be right. I may be crazy, but I love you just the way you are, buddy." That was nice. Give yourself a round of applause for laughing at that one. So I graduated from the, what did I graduate? Oh, from the Peter Bayless. He's coming up next. From the stand-up university, which Ray's going to be attending, and my friend Peter over there. And I didn't have a chance to get out to a bunch of open mic nights. So what I did do was, when I was working in the city, I took a couple of cab rides, and I would try out my routines on the cab drivers. So I'm sitting in the cab, I'm driving on the cab, I get into this cab, and at the end of the ride, I go to give the guy a tip, and he goes, "No, no, no, my friend, let me give you a tip." You need to go back to stand-up comedy classes. Give me the best gold. So the whole divorce thing, after getting beaten down and all that jazz, you kind of feel like a piece of, like, ugh, right? So every guy likes to have his ass checked out. It actually happened to me the other day. I was walking down, checked out my ass. Too bad it's my proctologist. Right, that one needs a little help. I got that. I'm scratching, Rachel. Victor, am I disappointed in you? Having a good time? Yeah, that's my man. Give it up to Victor. Told my kid how to play baseball. So I recently quit smoking, which is probably one of the best things and worst things I've ever done in my life. Health-wise, I feel great. But I put on so much weight, I had to switch out my bicycle seat for a couch. That was tough. So I don't know if you know this, but my last name is Melendez. I'm Puerto Rican. I have a Puerto Rican. Oh, yeah, give it up. I have a Puerto Rican mother with no filter. Yeah, that's true. Anybody else have one? Mothers with no filter? Yeah. It's always the Italians, the Puerto Ricans. So I go over to my mother's house and I walk in the door. She goes, "Ay, Tony, se está poniendo tan grueso." And for those of you that don't speak Spanish, that means, Tony, you're getting fat. Dude, I'm not used to the light thing in the back there. You just flagged me down, so now I just lost it. So one of the other things about my mom, she's fantastic. I love my mother to death, don't get me wrong. But back in the day, these days, it is not okay to smack your kids, right? Right, you can't hit your kids. CPS comes knocking at your door, she tells your friends, right? So back in the day, my mother used to beat me in a stutter. She used to do it 2 times. She used to beat me in Spanish and in English. Victor, come on, bro. Right? In Spanish and English. Right, I can just remember it now. She goes, "Donnie, come here." And I would go over there and I was like, "What's up, Mom?" She goes, "Te lo dije. If I told you once, I told you twice, I told you a million times. You do not look like Billy Joel." There you go, that's my time.